a 25-year-old star is taking Broadway by storm. In a short time, she's landed roles in not one, not two, but 5 hit plays. Yes, 5, including her latest one in A Bronx Tale.
Ooh, 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 sitting on my stool.
Sitting on my stool.
Ooh, 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 sitting on my stool.
Sitting on my stool.
Webster Avenue, sitting with my crew.
Sitting on my
I sort of wanted a yellow button down after watching that. It's so good. Ariana DeBose transformed her Southern girl charm into a gritty uptown girl. Ariana, thank you so much for joining us. How do you go from Hamilton to Bronx Tale?
That's a really good question.
Can we just say you were in Hamilton, too? You were also in Hamilton.
It was the craziest thing. I couldn't have planned it if I had tried, truly. It just sort of fell in my lap. And I was like, okay.
Why not?
I love that you still have a smile, but your schedule is grueling pretty much, right?
It is a bit. 8 times a week is not easy. And, it's like football. If everybody could do it, it wouldn't be that special. And I feel the same about theater.
That's awesome.
So you played Jane, obviously, in the musical. Had you seen the movie before they got the call about the Broadway show?
I did. In fact, I had watched the movie quite a while prior because I was involved in a few readings of this musical while it was being developed. The creative team does not remember that I was in the room. And so I take that as a good thing because at least I know I earned the job.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that Robert De Niro is one of the big names behind Bronx Tale. So did you have to audition in front of him?
My audition was taped.
Okay.
Which I think is actually harder because you have to earn their yes via video.
Right.
He's not in the room. I can't charm him with conversation. It's just like, can you act?
Right.
So thank God they all said yes.
And you can dance. I mean, you were on So You Think You Can Dance.
I was.
Hey, so you grew up in North Carolina. What was your whole plan? Because you kind of moved to California at one point. What did you want to do? Did you always want to be on Broadway?
I didn't discover Broadway until I was well into high school.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to go be a backup dancer for Madonna or Christina Aguilera. And then I quickly discovered that you could make more money and work more consistently if you went to New York and danced on Broadway. And then I happened to find some really amazing mentors who've guided me through the whole process. And I like New York City better.
There you go.
It suits my personality.
Yeah.
But you're still so young, so much ahead of you. So do you still have any sights on Hollywood? I mean, you could still act in big shows from New York, so.
Of course, I would love to go to Hollywood. I mean, who doesn't want to go hang out in the bright lights? But, I think everything has its own good time. So when it's right, I'm sure it'll happen. Okay, so what is your favorite part about the show? I mean, it's a whole love story. I mean, you flip open the locker, maybe you don't. In one of the scenes. What's your favorite part? I have so many. In fact, my favorite part is something I'm not in. Hudson Lavarro, who plays our young C, sings this incredible number called I Like It.
Oh,
He's
that kid is
9
so
years
talented.
old.
Yeah, he is really
He's amazing.
And singing and dancing his little face off. It's so wonderful to watch him do that 8 times a week.
You feel like you've kind of gotten into the Italian culture a little bit?
I've tried. I do love cannolis.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, Arthur Avenue, you know what I'm talking about?
But I have to say, I've eaten more in the last 6 months than I think I've eaten in the last couple of years, just due to the fact that you dance, you have such a grueling schedule, coming off of something like a Hamilton. So it's been nice to fatten up a little bit.
Okay, well, once I see you using your hands like this, hey, yo, talking like this.
See,
there you go.
Listen,
just like they do in the play.
You can flip the lock open anytime you want.
Oh,
I'll pick you up at 7, all right? Secret crush, I gotta say. I'm just gonna unveil it now. When I was watching the show, I said, who is she?
You are not so bad yourself.
We'll tell you what happens on commercial here on Facebook Live, I guess.
Yes.
Where are you taking this show, Dan?
Ariana DeBose, thank you so much. Good luck today. You got 2 performances.
Just remember, Bronx Tale is playing at the Longacre Theater here. You can always check out for ticket information on pix11.com or, of course, on our Pix11 app.
Yep. Send to my parents on Sunday.